So I didn't touch grass for about a while now because of the new DLC. There's just too much to talk about on this one island, and it's the biggest island for sure, but we all know size doesn't matter. So is it the best island? Well, let's take a look at this boss. Fuck! Shit! It's a cave, probably with some monkey inside it, and gnomes are mining. What a great day. Then it turns out it's not a cave, it's a giant. Then he eats you and you gotta fight his guts now. The thing I want to talk about here is how they change form and how they make a transition into another place. Not to say the original bosses didn't have this stuff, but the DLC stuff or something else. By the way, do you guys remember when this DLC got announced? The poor dinosaurs died out waiting for this and Silk Song and Shrek 5. But why this long for an island? Let's talk about animating and being an animator. Animating, well, it's a very hard thing to do, and it requires a lot of things, but it's just so neat. Like, look at this dog. Okay, literally everyone uses example for Cuphead, but just for this character they had to draw her over 1,000 times. And there is bosses, there is the island, there is the NPCs.
Great. A moron.
My favorite visual in the game gotta be this freeze guy. Look how cool he looks. And how I'm gonna make a video about Cuphead without mentioning the amazing soundtracks. I go as far to tell you Cuphead has one of the best jazz songs I ever heard. Fun fact. In the base game, any of the music wasn't made for a specific level. Christopher Madigan, Cuphead composer, just made a bunch of masterpieces and zip it into a file, then send it for the developers. But for the DLC, MDHR gave him some notes. Like this guy, he's an Iceman.
Alright everyone, chill.
Cuphead have some fun and kinda hard bosses, you know. I died 2 more billion times just to this candy looking bitch. Dude, this is the 3rd video with Morbius joke. I need to find a new thing. But you know what isn't funny? The DLC bosses. They are the saddest and most depressing thing I ever seen in a video game. Okay, let's actually talk about the bosses now. When I Google Cuphead bosses easiest to hardest, I came across so many different lists. This shows how different everyone's journey and experience is with Cuphead. But like Shrek, Cuphead isn't perfect either. Because some fights are chaos. So much fucking bullshit happens on the screen at the same fucking time. Let's check how many things this guy does in one phase. He spawns birds while the platform goes higher and lower. You can't get on the ground because these gnomes exist, and they also shoot gold and hit you with a hammer. And these purple things, and he also got a bear. Is that a bear? I don't know what is that. That's too much bullshit for one phase. The last boss is the chef itself, and it's a very predictable twist, but who cares? He is menacing, destroying living ingredients. See that cube? But let's go back to the main game, final boss. I think we all can agree fighting Devil it's too normal for the last boss fight. For the last boss fight you might expect something unique, like how the King Dice level plays out. Devil wasn't unique aside from the one transition he had, that almost any other boss fight in the DLC done a better job at the level transition. And he had a choice that you could end the game there and prove you're a coward and a pussy. Get the fuck back to playing Genshin Impact. MDHR always great at warning you about the upcoming attacks. Like this guy, calling his minions, and you can see the whole mob before even fighting them. The thing I really like about this boss is the ending. It plays different than the other knockouts, so everyone gonna think, oh, it's art. It is art, but it kills you. The snail is the last phase and you can finish him with 2 hits, but so many people got tricked and died here, and we lost countless mouse and keyboards.
Knockout!
Fun fact number 2. The intro starts different, like a fly speaking into the mic. In my valid W opinion, that's cinema. I'll guess not so many people get Cuphead bosses in their first 50 tries. Even with all the meta items, you have to fail over and over to win. But replaying it, now it's your turn to punch the boss in the face. And even try some new charms or new weapons.
Got something that might interest you.
And let's move on to the best thing about the DLC, Mess Chalice. She got bunch of new attacks and bunch of new moves and 4 health. And it's not an easy mode, not exactly. She makes it more accessible to play, but the game still is pretty hard. The thing I really like about this is her parrying, and it's not press the jump button twice. This just feels more right and way more precise. Cuphead and Mugman parrying, it feels kinda janky and doesn't feel right. Don't get me wrong, it's a great mechanic in the game, but they sure improved this with Mess Chalice. Cuphead DLC has the most unique island in the game. I mean, the side missions, they are completely different. They work with only parrying, which make them pretty unique. They are all chess pieces: pawns, knight, rook, bishop, and the queen.
The One Piece is real.
I know most people didn't like the run and gun sections because it's a side content, but these sections try to be bosses, at least mini bosses, but fail in some ways. Okay, I know I'm gonna piss off a lot of people now, but this video gonna get 5 views, so who cares? I'm not saying they are bad, they are pretty good actually, but it wasn't that interesting to replay them. Like in the run and gun section, you can go for the Pacific Sun, and you don't have to shoot even once, and that's so challenging and fun.
Hold on.
I don't hate these sections, but I don't think I ever play them again. By the way, have you guys seen this item I bought for 1 coin that doesn't do anything? Guess what, it actually does something. You gotta talk to these people, they say random number and write them somewhere. Then walk up to this graveyard, click each grave in order of the number they gave you, and you get this boss, which is not a very good boss fight, but I like the visuals. By defeating the boss, you activate the item, but you still didn't fix it though. So how to fix it? It's not so hard. You gotta defeat 7 bosses while having this item equipped, and you also got 1 HP. And every time you shoot from random weapons. This might sound really annoying, but it's really fun when you get used to it. By parrying, you get more HP, and you also got a smoke bomb sometimes. When you defeat 7 bosses, you got the Divine Relic. You still shoot from random guns, you got your HP back, you get Shadow Bomb for every dash now. This item is probably one of my favorite items in the game because it's a whole new thing for replaying the bosses again. Also, there's another secret: spinning around yourself summon Jimmy the Great, one of the most memorable bosses in the game. It works kinda like the cheat code in the GTA games, and you can't use this in the expert, and that's it. Okay, I really got no idea for the outro, so do anything every other YouTuber asks you, and that's about it. See ya.
That's really about it.